Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Scotland have only gone and done it. They have beaten Israel in the semi-final. It wasn't pretty, but after a penalty shootout in which 5 brilliant penalties were taken by the Scottish boys, and David Marshall's brilliant save on Israel's first one from Iran Sahabi, Scotland have beaten Israel and will go on to contest the European Championship playoff final against Serbia in Belgrade next month. What a brilliant night it was. It was really tense. 120 minutes. If I'm being honest, it was a terrible game of football. I've seen bad games of football in my time, both live and on television, but this one did kind of get up to the top of that list. And in the end though, we don't like to do it the hard way, and we ended up getting the job done in the end. Brilliant result, a fantastic boost for the country, and you know, it wasn't easy. Like I said, 120 minutes was required, but boy, wasn't it good when Kenny McLean put that last penalty away. As always guys, we're going to do a brief discussion on this. Moving on to the next one, the Slovakia game, a few new cops to get in there, and yeah, as always guys, I know maybe I did kind of clickbait the last one, we had a good few hundred views, but yeah, we want to be doing more. We'll see what happens next. As always guys, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, even if you are watching it for the first time. Thank you very much guys for all support, but let's get into it. 120 minutes, like I said, it was 0-0 after 120 minutes. Before a 5-3 penalty shootout win. It was very important and to get that win, but it did feel like we might not have got it done in the end. The stats will turn around and say no Scotland shots on target, but we did have the best chances in the game. We had a big chance for John McGinn in the first 10 minutes, space on the edge of the box, but blasted over after we gained the ball, and the chest down from Lyndon Dykes and the shot over the top by John McGinn. But the big chance just before the half-time interval, brilliant corner in from the captain Robbo, fell absolutely on a platter for Scott McTominay. I don't think he realised how much space he had. He had yards of space, and all he had to do was find the target, and he didn't. It was agonising how he missed that chance. Another few chances in the second half, one falling to Ryan Jack, hit his shot, and in the very dying embers of the game, I think it was a header from Gallagher, I think it was, going on, header onto the post. I think the keeper would have had it covered in the end, but inevitably 100 penalties were needed, and a big save in the beginning by David Marshall and Kenny McLean's penalty. 5 really good penalties in the end. Shanklin, McTominay, obviously McLean, like I said. John McGinn was the first one. I think I've lost the second one in there. I might have just forgotten that one. I think it was maybe Callum McGregor actually. Got us over the line, and on to Belgrade we go. One more game is needed, but boy, wouldn't it be some feeling to go in there, one-off game, and go and beat the Serbians in their backyard and get to the Euros where we belong. Going through the game itself, like we've obviously touched upon the chances, Israel were probably the better team on the ball in the end, had a lot of possession, had a lot of good flowing football in the middle of the park, didn't really create much though. I can't really think of one real chance they had in the end. But yeah, obviously didn't really matter. I think the back three that we played that night was really important, and actually played really well in the end. I was actually really impressed by all 3 of them. I think on the ball they could do with a bit more sort of creativity. There was a lot of times, especially late on in the game, where Liam Cooper especially, picking up the ball, had a few options in front of him, but we played the backwards pass to Gallagher, who was 10-15 yards behind them, or indeed back to David Marshall. But in the end, not a lot of these things matter. We got the result in the end, and we move on now to Slovakia tomorrow night. I wanted to do an immediate aftermath of this game, but I had a couple of problems with my microphone. The microphone battery did die, and I had to go and get a new one. On to Slovakia we go. We have got a few call-ups. Ross McCrory, Andrew Constantine and Paul McGinn have been called up to the new squad. Whether any of them will feature in the next game is perhaps a doubt, especially if there is a bit more leeway towards the ones who started the other night. Depends on how well they've recovered. We do also have options that we brought on. Ryan Fraser, Lawrence Shankland came on and did a pretty decent job, especially Ryan Fraser gave us a bit more energy. Kenny McLean, I think you could argue might get a little shift in there. Other players off the bench that we could bring in as well, especially to replace the back three. Ryan Porteous potentially could have had a look in, with Gallagher struggling at the end of the game. But nonetheless, guys, Slovakia have had a couple of COVID issues as well, so I don't know how that's affected their squad. They also came through 120 minutes in penalties in their respective playoff win over Republic of Ireland. It finished 1-1 that night. I think, was it 1-1? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 1-1 that night. Or no, actually it was 0-0. 1-1 was the Bosnia Northern Ireland game, which Northern Ireland came through on penalties themselves. So 120 minutes in penalties they required to beat Republic of Ireland. They only have to travel to Scotland as well, so that's not really gonna do them any good either. So it'll be quite a level playing field in that respect. I don't know what players have been affected by the COVID issues in the Slovakia camp, or if it's more coaches, but yeah, still not ideal for them, and they'll be coming here needing to really win as well. They've only got 2 points from their opening games after draws against Israel and actually they may have lost to the Czechs actually. I need to double check the table. I think I've forgotten that one. Yeah, nonetheless, we'll get back to that. Or we might not. But nonetheless, I don't think they've won a game this campaign so far. So they'll be needing to get their campaign up and running. But certainly their respective playoff final, they'll undoubtedly be favourites for the Northern Ireland clash. But I think they will have to go to Northern Ireland, to go to Windsor Park and Belfast to get that done. This was mainly just a quick aftermath of the video of the game from the Israel game. This is more or less what I wanted to do. In the immediate aftermath of the game, but like I said, the mic problems were a little bit too awry. Just a short one from me, guys. We'll be probably reviewing the aftermath of the Slovakia game. I won't be able to watch it. I've got work to go to tomorrow night. We're recording this on Saturday night. The game is tomorrow night. Hopefully another 3 points. Another 3 points will be massive in this campaign, especially since we're at home. And respective and further COVID problems in the Czech Republic camp as well, as we move to playing them on Wednesday night. We'll see how tomorrow night goes. We need to win this one if we want to win the group. Undoubtedly that'll lead us to League A, which will be a massive mountain for us to climb in that one with the teams that are in there. But nonetheless, 3 points would be absolutely fantastic for Steve Clarke and indeed for the country to get us back believing in the national team once again and get us that step closer to the Serbia final, the playoff final, where a win would be absolutely bloody marvellous. Thank you very much for watching, guys. A short one from me, just a quick 10 minutes just to recap the Israel game and going forward. Until then, until the aftermath of the Slovakia game, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys very soon. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to do that, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you very much. Cheers.